Father Emery, the book Hashtag Tweeting with God asks if it's possible to connect with God and get answers to difficult questions in 140 characters or less. Is it possible?
It is possible in the sense that we did give certain answers. It's never possible to say anything, but even if you have a long treatise of 500 pages, you're not able to say everything about the subject. So a tweet is a good start, we have seen.
You know, we've done so many different reports about how Pope Francis is probably, and I think the last time we checked, the most popular person on Twitter right now. How important is social media when it comes to spreading the word of God?
Well, we see that people are using social media an awesome lot, and they spend a lot of time using these media. Therefore, the church needs to be there. It is a task of the church to be there where the people are. If they are online, we have to be online. If they are using Twitter, we have to use Twitter. If they use Facebook, we use it as well. So I think all those means, we have a task to use them well and use them to proclaim the gospel and explain that what Jesus is telling us.
Now, you fielded 200 questions about God, about faith, about morality, all from young people, and you were able to answer them all, correct?
Yes, there's an answer to every question, although you see, when you get an answer, for example, why is there suffering in the world? We can say something, and there's also a limit to what we know and what we can say. And that's for any question, of course. But yes, we are able to say something about every question and help people to discover how it is connected to the totality of our faith.
Father,
in fact,
I'm sorry, please go ahead.
The logic of our faith is a very important element of tweeting with God, because what we try to do is explain that what our faith means and show that it's reasonable to believe.
What was the biggest concern or the most asked question among the 200 that you had to answer?
Each of those questions is of the utmost importance, in the sense that if each of those questions are posed by young people, they are real people, flesh and blood, and it's their questions we are trying to answer. So each of those questions is important. Of course, some of the questions are coming up more often. For example, the question about suffering in the world, or a question about the history of the church and the role the church played, for example, during the Crusades or the Inquisition, is a question which is often posed to me and which is often posed to those young people I was talking to. So they wanted to know, now what can I say about this when my non-Catholic friends are coming to me and ask questions about this kind of difficult topics?
Father,
that's the...
I found it fascinating that 4 prominent U.S. bishops wrote introductions to the book, including Cardinal Timothy Dolan, who's obviously the Archbishop of New York. Is it safe to say that our spiritual leaders are embracing and enthusiastic and also see the importance of this new evangelization technology?
I have the impression that they realize how important it is to use this technology and to reach out to people in whatever way is possible today. The task of the church has always been to proclaim the gospel and explain what the love of Jesus means to us in our own lives, in our own world today. And if our own world today is partly online, then those bishops realize that it's important to be online and preach the gospel there.
Father, you mentioned that you travel extensively. Do you find that these types of evangelization methods are seriously a unifying factor? Is this a global outreach?
Yes, I see that it is essential in whichever part of the world you come. Of course, there's differences between countries, and I travel especially in Europe, where social media play an important role in every country. The church uses it in different ways and applies different methods to the social media, but the importance of being present on the social media and being present online in general is of a global, is globally recognized, yes.
Father Emery, in the time we have left, will Pope Francis receive a copy of this book? He obviously was an inspiration behind it.
Yes, he is himself speaking in tweets. At least that's the way I see it. The way in which he is giving short messages, understandable for everybody, is a way of embracing people and reaching out to people. And no pope before him, and I wonder how many public people in general have reached more than 20 million followers on Twitter. So yes, he is really aware of the power of spreading the message in whichever way is possible, but also always with a human touch. He is himself, and he's speaking out of his heart whenever he's speaking. And that's what people feel, even if you're speaking through social media, whatever media you're using. People are looking at what you say, but also at who is saying it and whether he believes in what he is saying.
All right, very well put. Thank you so much, Father Emery. I really enjoyed speaking with you today, and I look forward to digging into your book a little bit deeper. Thank you so much, and have a pleasant day.
Thank you very much. Have a pleasant day.